How are you? This is Eve Christoph, your love life coach. Welcome to Eve's Eden. And I just want to help you, darling. You are after this certain one, right? This man or this woman that you just adore, and it is about to go great for you because you're going to keep in mind these certain factors. All right. This is about the art of conversation. Okay, so now what happens is, depending on what you talk about, that's where you're placing your beloved's spirit, their mind, their heart, by what you're getting them to focus on in your company. Now what you want them to focus on is something that's related to you, maybe you actually, or things that you are passionate about. So don't talk about things that are materialistic, whiny, complainy, needy, or depressing. You see, what happens is we think that we're bonding with people when we share our intimate tragedies, our stories of our past and what didn't work, and we don't realize that people are they're like a fun house. Imagine this fun house where there's all these different rooms to the human being, and they have all these different doors, and on every side of the fun house mansion of a person, the facade looks different. So on one side it looks like a little domestic suburban house, and another side it looks like a gypsy like party place, and on another side it looks like a temple to heaven, and on another side it looks like a business office. So we speak about certain things, and what happens is the fun house revolves because we talk about this one particular type of thing when we're with this person, and that doorway shows itself to us. And the person who comes out the door, have you ever been talking to somebody and you're telling your story, and suddenly this person who you feel has this potential to be so romantic is talking to you like a school teacher, you know, and it's like, whoa, that wasn't what I was trying to evoke here. Or they're suddenly talking to you like a mom. That wasn't what you wanted, right? So here are the ways it works. If you talk about future girlfriends, other women that you're attracted to, immediately you turn her into your sister, okay? And she's not at all thinking that you're attracted to her, and she's also not attracted to you. As soon as you do that, she loses her mojo with you. If you talk about past relationships that were so disastrous, and you're trying to like encourage her that she's going to be better, or whatever reason you're doing it, still, now suddenly she's your therapist. So don't talk about past disasters. Now if you start talking about your self-esteem issues and the things that you're dealing with, your depression or whatever, okay, now she's a therapist. If you're like whiny and complaining and kind of like, oh, my stuffy nose, I'm hungry, okay, mom's gonna come out. But all of these different characters are not sexy. They're not the romantic woman. If she's in mom mode, you have killed her libido. If she's in therapist mode, you have tanked her ability to be romantic with you for that night. If she has been put into sister mode, she's not even feeling it with you. And if you start talking about sports and beer and your motorcycle and your boat and things like that, okay, now she's a buddy, and she definitely isn't feeling the polarity with you. She's probably just a little bit in guy mode, and she's going to go do something else later on. If you start randomly talking, now this is one of the worst things guys do. They feel like they have to entertain the woman to impress her, but what they'll do is they'll talk about random things like, oh, I know that house, I mowed the lawn once there, oh, I painted that roof over there, hey, you know, I got some coupons the other day that were so, helped me with my motorcycle, I like this guy over here, I know the history of his, on and on. I'm sorry, I'm boring you already, right? She's so bored. If you talk about random things that don't even relate to her, or your evening together, or your interests that you want to share with her. You're taking up the space, and actually it's supremely arrogant. You get that? Because what you're saying is that her mind, what she thinks about, is not interesting to you, is worth squandering. If you remain in silence, darling, silence is so much more sexy than random talking. Okay? Silence that's in presence, where you're with her, feeling her, allowing things to bubble up that are related to her and your relationship with her. Ooh. Now chemistry has some time to be felt, and you're giving her room to be in her feminine, which is receptive and is, feeling her energetic body, and her mind has space to think her own thoughts and ask you questions. So give her space, okay? That's huge. And knock on the door of the fun house. You want the romantic door to open, right? You want the goddess woman who's full of sexual, sensual energy for you to be the one who comes out that door and invites you in. So what kinds of things bring a woman into that space? Okay, silence is one of them. Number 2, ask her questions. What is she thinking about? What is she feeling? Where is her life going? What does she need these days? What does she love about you, maybe, that attracts her? But then you see, your question is about yourself. It's not actually about her. So stick with focusing on her. Women love this. It puts them into their receptive feminine, so they don't have to run the night of like, oh God, it's so awkward. I have to keep asking him questions. He's going on and on. He doesn't even care who I am. He says he's in love with me because of how I look, and now he doesn't know a thing about me, and he's declaring his love. It's a disaster, honey. So you can share, though, your hopes and dreams. You can share about the world, things you're interested in, things that you're doing to help the planet. Women love that kind of thing. You can share about your children, and you can play music, and if you can entice her to dance with you or see a sunset, if you can make a beautiful environment that opens up the heart, all the more reason to command presence with spaciousness, okay? Space. Talk less. You will impress by listening. That's the biggest secret for now. Open the fun house door of the most fun. Her romantic doors open when you speak to her in ways that actually are related to that self. Okay, love. Beautiful. It's happening. Much love. I'm your love life coach. If you need any coaching for you and your partnership, even just about loving life or your love life, connect with me here. My link is below, and subscribe to this channel, please, so I can see you again. Much love.